can't find a way past Jack Goff, and he fends off Josh Cook. There's a bit of contact behind as Matt Jackson gets a tap, and he's sideways. He's in the gravel, bounces his way back onto. He is running strongly in 11th place as now, look, Collard and Tordoff, the teammates, get together, and off the road, Mike Epps, that's at Graham Hill Bend, and Chris Smiley has gone with him, and off the road there is Tordoff rotating at Surtees. Back up, Matt, into 10th place as they work their way into Surtees. That is Hunter Abbott having a big lose. Alex Martin is off in avoidance. That's a big impact into the Armco. Alex Martin has done a lot of damage, look, to the front, to the suspension. He had to swerve to avoid Hunter Abbott. Tom Ingram, he's not going to take this line down. He comes out of the corner with his nose in front. Take that, Rob, there's more contact. Collard is all sideways. He's going to go around. What happens to Ingram? Ingram survives. He's still in the lead. Amazing. Tom Ingram leads, and Rob Collard has to bail out of the way as everybody else pours into Druids. It's harder to know. Here you go. Aidan Moffat over the curbs. And Turkington has run wide, but you've got Martin Depper at the back of that queue who had the biggest moment of all. Now the race leaders have gone through successfully.
Yeah, I think, oh no, not all of them, not all of them. One of the MGs has gone straight on.
That was Cook, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. It is. Another car's gone straight on as well. That's one of the...
That's Turkington.
No, not this lap. Well, he got through that lap, didn't he?
It's the MG,
that was Cook going on. It
and
looks like the coolant is very wide on the turn-in. If you turn in a little bit early, which some drivers do, you seem to miss it. If you turn in late, you seem to be a passenger as you get coolant on the right front.
Tordoff leads into paddock. Adam Morgan is second, Jack Goff third, and Matt Jackson up on the inside of teammate Andrew Jordan, who gets sideways, glances off Jackson, just about corrects it. That was a very good save, because that could have been a hugely embarrassing moment for all concerned. It's cost Jordan a whole heap of places. He's in the mix against the Hondas, and Moffat gets squeezed onto the grass. Can he hang on to it? He can, just about. That was a good save as well. So there's another car off within the first sector. It's Gordon Shedden, we are told, that's gone off the road. It is indeed. Sheds has gone off at paddock, a long way off, through the gravel, into the barriers.
Listen. Yes. Can you hear that rattling? That's the tyre coming apart and rattling against the wheel arch. That's exactly what that noise was, and there it is, flat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unlucky, very unlucky, but such are the margins in touring cars with maximum ballast on board. Later on round the lap, he gets pushed out wide. That's Ollie Jackson getting involved with James Cole.
Warren Scott. He's the one that's not come through, and I fear it's him we've got the safety car for.
Excellent. Oh no, we got Martin Depper off. He's left the wheel behind, but it's front wheel drive, so he'll be able to drag it home and start repairs.
And there, look, you can see Connie. Oh, a big off there. Matt Simpson and Dan Welch, and a lot of damage to the front of the Speedworks Honda of Matt Simpson. That's up at Coppice.
Pushing, trying to get up the inside. Matt gets double collected as he tries to get past Dan Welch. Well, it was just never on, really, was it, unfortunately?
There's the second impact into the driver's side of Dan Welch's car.
You've got, look, fire!
That's James Cole, and that's going no further. That's a big fire. He stopped it at the end of the pit lane, but that's a massive fire. Look how quickly that conflagration has taken hold. James is going to have to bail out, and the fire marshals will be there hopefully as quickly as possible. Here they come. Let's see if this shows us, because they're coming out of the chicane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that looks like could be an oil line, oil or petrol fire.
Yeah,
one of the lines, and he's got off. He's actually stopped in the right place.
Absolutely, yes.
Remember, the cockpit will fill with fumes very quickly, and there.
They negotiate red gate. Is everybody round safely? No, because there Mark Howard gets turned sideways, and he's on the ground. 3 wide into the complex. Ingram leads the way. Moffat round the outside of Neil, who's at the inside of Ingram. They lead on each other, and Moffat's the victim. He gets knocked sideways. Matt Neal leads the way. Ingram second. Look at Jordan at the inside as well. Cook goes for the lead on the inside. inside into the final part of the complex at Seagrave. Wow, 3 corners in, and Matt Neal leads the way just way out wide onto the grass. In the background has got Aaron Smith as Cook and Ingram run side by side.
Yeah, very aggressive first lap. Overtakes taking place everywhere, right into the chicane. We saw Matt Jackson. Oh, and Ingram tags sideways, and through goes Morgan. And here comes Moffat to regain a place as well.
Sutton was delayed. Jordan trying to get up the inside. Ingram gets roughed up again as Moffat comes up alongside him. Elbows out stuff this, so Ingram going backwards. Bit of contact didn't help his case there. Look at Jordan trying to get on the act. Ash Sutton up the inside and he's sideways. Can he hang on to it? No, he can't. He's on the grass, and Ash Sutton is off the road and into the tyre barriers.
Oh.
And now Matt Neal comes under huge attack from Ingram as Moffat goes deep into the first part of the complex, runs out wide. So Matt Neal goes through. Moffat all over the grass. Where's he going to rejoin? Still second. All over the grass. He's got a puncture though. He's got a puncture and he's off the road. So Moffat effectively is out of the race. That's why he was going wide. Tyres gone down.
And that debris can cause another puncture.
Just about to suggest that too.
Oh, yes. A puncture on Neal. Neal's got a puncture.
Into the chicane.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's happened at the right place.
And he can't get in the pit lane.
Into the pit lane.
He's hit Cook.
And that takes Shedden out of the way. Mayhem coming out of the chicane. Gordon Shedden in real strife into the pit wall. This will be a safety car, I fear, with the car stranded in the middle of the circuit. And here we go.
This was Matt Neal with the puncture, but Ingram gets alongside him, blocks off the pit entrance. Cook has no option but hit the inside of him. Broken toe links, cars going everywhere, and it ends up with Shedden turning into the pit wall.
It was Cook as he got tagged that then tagged Shedden and turned him around. And from a different angle, have a look at this. Cook gets one hit, round he goes, tags Shedden, and then Shedden heads for the pit wall. Cars everywhere, but two big hits.
Look at the speed of the cars coming past, though. That's the scary bit at the end.
That Shedden's on board. Big whack, wait for the pit wall. It's coming up right now.
Well, he put the throttle down to straighten the car out, but what he didn't know was the rear toe link was broken, and that was...
Rob Austin just kicks up the dust, and that's Jeff Smith having a big lose out the back of the circuit. Round and round and round goes Jeff Smith. Now, what put him there? Was that a puncture potentially?
I don't think so, but he just missed the end of the barrier. He gets out wide on the grass, look, just got out wide. And he's very lucky to miss the end of the barrier, and he'll rejoin, but he'll have to pit because of grass. Look how he just misses the end there, but he'll probably have to...
Now towards us, and this is what happened to Mark Howard. Look in the background of the shot.
Whoa. Well, that's not how to look after your tyres, but...
And Dan Welch is hanging on in there for that second place, and off the road goes Tordoff.
Yeah, he duked it out, didn't he, with Dan Welch coming through the complex and came off worst on the exit through Seagrave.
Stuart Lyons is off the road. The Power Max Chevrolet is Hunter Abbott, who...
Unreliability. Now he's back out racing, and he's loving it.
And Welch is off the road.
That could be a puncture.
Yeah, he's heading for the barriers. Oh dear, after all the early promise, Dan Welch is in the tyre barrier.
Yeah, Campbell Cobb, he hits that curb at Cobb quite hard, and then as he turns right at Seagrave, the car just wants to go left. So I'm guessing he got a deflation there. But that was a shame. He was running very well and didn't need...
Let's see, he goes over the line.
Yes, I think he has a smoke coming off the right rear of Jordan's car. There he goes. Oh, across the face of the pack. There was smoke coming off the right rear, and
Jackson dominant up front. So have they done something different on setup, or was that Jordan clattering the curbs? Now Collard at the inside of Shedden, and they touch. The Honda is sideways. He's on the grass. Gordon saves it.
Could all have championship points. Look, he sees a little bit of a gap, but it closes there because Shedden gets into the back of Goff just slightly, and it all just tightens up.
Trying to find a way past him earlier in the race. He comes up, makes his move on the outside down to the chicane. Can he get the job done? No, and there's contact. Goff gets it wrong under braking, hits the Honda. They both go off.
Well, Goff just locked the rear. You saw the rear end snatch. Is that car hobbled of Shedden? We'll have to look at the right-hand side. Look, it's not right. It's not. No, it's something wrong with that car. Oh, what a shame.
It's broken. You can see the right rear corner's broken. There it is.
Right toe link broken, unsurprisingly. Under braking, you see it on the head-on shot, and he just locks the rear momentarily, and it snaps the car into Shedden.
The sister BMW of Rob Collard, meanwhile, was in a spin down at the hairpin, leaving him down the order.
Then it's Tom Ingram and then Josh Cook as they dive down through Cascades for the first time. You've got Dan Lloyd up the inside as well as the field turns its way through. Way out wide goes Aaron Smith. He goes rally crossing, he'll get back on as the leaders head towards Island Bend for the first time. Tornoff in the lead.
Great clean start at the front, and it was Tornoff who just had enough momentum to pull across the front. Matt Jackson having a big problem there, very wide down at
the BMW just ahead, but Jordan's going to try and get up the inside. There's drama in the background at Knickerbrook, and Aidan Moffat's off the road, and he's got damage as well. Collard is going to gain a place. Is Jack Goff going to go through? Yes, he is. So Rob Collard goes sixth, and goes wide all over the grass. This is Cook's chance to come back in. They make contact going down towards the Denton's kink, and Josh Cook is back through. Jack Goff was ahead of Matt Neal, but Matt's got the inside line, and Collard has got damage, and off he goes. He's got a punctured tyre.
Yeah, he's got a puncture from running off. What a shame to end that race. What a fantastic race he was having.
And so they work their way down through his lops for the first time, and a sideways Hunter Abbott goes way, way off the road. He's almost back up at Cascade, and Tom Ingram on lap 13 is still third. And everybody behind getting really frustrated as Plato again gets towards the back of Cook and turns him sideways. There's contact between Lloyd and Aaron Smith coming out of Island Bend. There are cars everywhere now. Up the inside in the MG comes Ash Sutton, but Plato has put a place on him. Tornoff is on the outside trying to get into the traffic, and Lloyd leads, but only just because there's contact and it fires him off the road. Round he goes into the tyre stack. Tornoff is badly delayed in all of that as well. Lloyd had his nose in front, but there was contact as he turned across the front of Turkington. Turkington second, it's Goff third, it's Collard fourth. They wriggle their way through, but there's mayhem in the background. Alex Martin is off the road. Subaru has gone off as well, and that may well end up being an early safety car because James Cole's car is off in the ground.
Here comes a replay. Look, both online. Plato jumps out very late. I don't think Turkington's seen him. Until it's too late, and very lucky to get through both unscathed. Goff got completely blocked,
exactly.
And Collard, ever the opportunist, straight up the grass.
Here's the replay looking back from Turkington's car. Bang, gets turned around, bang again, straightens him up, and Goff has nowhere to go. And he's back on again, keeping at bay Ash Sutton and the Subarus. A Plato and Turkington, and off the road towards the back has gone Warren Scott.
Goff and pulled away quickly.
And Jackson and Moffat in strife. Moffat's got a puncture, he's got damaged suspension. Cook and Goff get themselves together coming out of the corner. Safety car, sorry Tim, safety to interrupt you, but the safety car being deployed. Hunter Abbott's car needs retrieval after that whack.
Well, of course, this is going to change the complexion of the race. Tornoff is going to lose his lead completely.
Meanwhile, Hunter Abbott's strong qualifying performance came to naught as the Power Max Racing Chevrolet was another early casualty following contact with Adam Morgan. There were further safety car interventions following a dramatic off for Mark Howard's Volkswagen at Clairvaux midway through. Teammate James Cole, in contrast, found himself beached in the Clairvaux gravel trap following contact with Alex Martin. Scrap over 7th went right the way to the line as Tornoff's last-ditch attempt to wrest the position from Ingram resulted in contact. Further down the field, Aidan Moffat and Matt Jackson came to grief at Clairvaux, and just before the safety car appeared.
Funnels their way through. Turkington leading the way then, and way, way wide. There's a spinning Warren Scott. Off the road goes Jake Hill, and others scatter in avoidance as Turkington goes wide of Wilson. Through on the inside goes Matt Jackson.
Really run wide, may have lifted, don't know, got sideways. Welch collected him, and then Ash Sutton got involved as well. It was absolute carnage there. And no option at all but to red flag. Just
next, then it's Neil. Tom Ingram has gone backwards a little bit off the line, and there's mayhem at turn 1. Mark Howard's in strife again. There was a sideways car in the middle of all of that, and sad to say that Martin Depper's miserable weekend gets no better because he's been rallying.
Hill will move over to defend that position, and up the inside. Shedden gets it. Oh no!
Morgan into Shedden, turns him sideways, and now Gordon Shedden has got them all stacked up behind him. Shedden, then Morgan trying to get up the inside, and there's more contact, and Gordon Shedden is knocked sideways. Can he hang on to it? He can, but he goes wide. Morgan is through.
Well, I mean, we thought Bruxton provided the most. This was when he got tapped sideways by Warren Scott, but he saves it. They're still banging into each other.
Is that car in a dangerous place? Well, he's done a lot of damage to the car, he's done damage to the barriers, and this was quite an impact. Off across the grass and crunch. That's a Coram by the look of it. And so Martin Depper's car off on the outside, down to Richie's, and he succeeds in so doing, but Tornoff it is who leads the way. And a drama in the background because over and over and over and over has gone the Chevrolet. and the car has ended up atop the barrier. The red flag is out straight away, and that has taken down a camera mount. It is a big impact, and straight away the red flag is out. So let's have a look at the restart, the start rather, but it was all behind where it kind of kicked off. So how does Hunter Abbott get launched? Well, Alex Martin comes across with Mark Howard, and then as Mark Howard comes back across the road, Hunter Abbott just glances off the side, and Howard acts as a ramp, and over he goes, and the cameraman suddenly realises that that's going to be a big whack. He hangs on for the contact, and down goes the camera perch. He's
this is
very
from
brave
the
man.
cameraman's position, so imagine how he must have felt. He saw it coming because he let go of the camera, and Hunter Abbott just clips the side of the car.
Well, as we've said, our cameraman is shaken but conscious, and that is the best news of all. From another angle, Tim.
Yeah, it's almost irrelevant what happened at the front, isn't it? It's just bunching at the background, and then because Hunter Abbott just clipped the wheels of the car, it launched it into a violent series of rolls. And that was cameraman some sort of 12 feet up in the air.
Yeah. Wilson, Collard locks up, Morgan scrabbles up the inside of Ingram. Look at Jackson barging his way through. Ingram is the casualty on the grass. That was elbows out stuff from Jackson. Get up the inside of Rob Collard and take the race lead. The answer should be yes on the inside, but Collard stands his ground. He gets forced out wide all over the grass. Back onto the circuit goes Collard. Shedden leads the way. Collard into the back of him. For Honda gets sideways. Take that, says Rob. Shedden tries to defend. Ahead of Adam Morgan as they wriggle their way through the first sequence of corners, with Matt Neal getting up the inside of the Mercedes and turns Morgan sideways, and Adam is off into the gravel straight away.
Yeah, Morgan trying to go round the outside of Matt Neal.
And already Dave Newsham and Rob Austin getting involved with the two Hondas of Matt Neal, who is just ahead, and then Gordon Shedden behind. There's a big lock-up from James Cole, and that's Martin Depper, I fear, going straight on into the tyres straight away. So Colin's got to do it all over again as Ash Sutton is getting it all wrong. Big slide, and he saved it. That's the save of the day. Now let's have a look and try and piece all this together. He's on the outside, contact with Rob Austin. Through the gravel, big slide. On board with Austin now.
Yeah, he did well to save that, didn't he? I mean, the car's almost travelling backwards at the point he floors the throttle to bring the front round.
Gains the place. This is more replay Tom Ingram style. So there's Jake Hill in the mix, then he got tangled up with James Cole. Cole gets turned around. Moffat stays ahead of Morgan as they dive down through Duffer's Dip, but a good start by Matt Jackson to lead the way. Stuart Lyons is in trouble. Alex Martin is off. Mark Howard is off. Aaron Smith recovering. And this was with Mark Howard, and it turns him around to the grass on the inside. So Jeff Smith off the road. It has not been his weekend, has it?
Dan Welch tipped Warren Scott's Subaru into the gravel, which ironically threatened to derail teammate Plato's chances of victory. Turkington Subaru tapped Collard's BMW into a lurid slide. As the damaged BMW straightened out, further contact ensued, and both cars were fired onto the grass and out of contention.
And there's contact in the background there. Look, as Ingram gets turned sideways by Ash Sutton. Morgan gets involved. Aidan Moffat nips up the inside. Alex Martin is sideways and in the weeds. More bodywork flies. It's been a pretty rough down towards the Dean hairpin. Jackson just about in front, but then he's on the outside line. Will lose out, and into the back of him goes Cook. Plato gets involved. Turkington gets involved as well. They all run out wide. And look at Jordan up the inside. He's third, and Goff gets harpooned there by the MG. Jack Goff's race is straight away. The Proton is heading for retirement, and round goes Jack Goff. It's been a miserable day for Jack Goff, and this time it's at Yentwood. There's damage to the car. Newsham up the inside, and he goes through. Along next is Hill. Then it's Moffat. Look at Ingram as well in the background, and Newsham and Sutton come to blows. Off into the gravel goes Newsham, and that, I fear, is going to be a safety car, and that could really start to spice things up. end of Wellington Straight. And look there, third and fourth side by side as Cook gets up the inside of Jordan and they touch. Cook's all sideways, Jordan into the side of him. Jordan goes back up into third, but Moffat is going to be alongside. He's on the outside line for Luffield and there's contact and round he goes, but Matt Neal involved in all of that.
And he'll have the inside into Brooklands, and of course, oh, contact there. That was Collard and Ada Moffat. Surely something's broken there.
And that's Depper with the wheel off. He's having a big moment going up towards Beckett.
Ooh. That was a concertina effect. All three cars looking for the same bit of road, and it just neatly removed the left front wheel.
Collard is absolutely charging. He's up into 9th place here, and he's not done yet.
Yeah, well, of course, oh, he's been passed back. He obviously ran wide there. Further up front, Neil gets into the back. And Andy Jordan's hit Abbott as well.
Matt Neal has got a problem. He's slowed right down. Moffat's gone past him as well. Matt Neal could be in real strife here. He's keeping going, but is this the end of the championship dream for Matt Neal?
No, he's got it going again.
No, he hasn't now. To the wall goes Matt Neal. There was contact with the MG. I'll say it again, is this the end of the championship dream for Matt Neal? Because that now is a whole different proposition as everybody tries to dodge around him.